Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube users. This is Philip Reynolds. And first off, I have a message for Rob, and that's get better. I just heard today that he has COVID, and get better. We all miss you. We all love you. Your content is great. We love it, and we just want you back as soon as possible. But I know that because I had it last year, just around Easter time last year. I know that it takes about 2 weeks. You may lose some smell, taste, that type of thing. But for the most part, you're just kind of worn down and tired, and don't really want to do much at all. It's a little bit stronger. The way I look at it, it's a little bit stronger than having the flu or having bronchitis or something like that. But if you had come and knocked on my door when I had it, you wouldn't have known I had COVID unless I told you, and you would have thought I was faking it, but I wasn't. As a matter of fact, that's when I did my inside pitch league draft, and there was like 3 different sections, and I made it through three three rounds of the minor league draft, and I said, guys, I'm done. I couldn't do it anymore. And I also wanted to let you know, Rob, that like I said last night, I did get the PayPal money that you sent. I wanted to let you know that I've got Bolorama set to send out for you to I probably Saturday, and it's actually in 2 parts because I've got and I'll take this out and show it to you. I've got the bowling score sheets, and there's enough for 4 bowlers' names, and there's enough, for like, playing 4 people or playing 2 teams of 4 type thing. And I got it front and I got it back, so that way you can, you kind of like baseball ones. Once you're done, if you use the ones that are in the game, you can't use them again. Well, I made it so that you can use them front and back. So that's what you will be getting with your Bolorama. And I'm not going to show it to you, Rob, but there's an added bonus in here for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's an added bonus in there for you. So, yeah. And I will send that out to you Saturday. I gotta see how much it costs and that type of thing. And I wanted to let you all know that I do have people interested in my wrestling stuff. I got somebody interested in my APA MLS soccer, the 2019 set. I've had a couple people interested in some of my payoff fish sets. So there's interest out there. It's just, somebody asked about my Inside the Cup. So there's interest out there. And actually, I have to say, Rob, and this is a first. First, you're the first one that bought something for me. But you're the first person that sent PayPal money to me. I use PayPal to pay for my games. but I've never used PayPal to get money for something, whether it's games or services or what. So this is the first for me. So I'm really interested. I'm really excited about this. And what will happen is, I want to keep my stock small to where I might have like one plastic box of Stratomatic baseball and like one box of of extra stuff, basically other games type thing, and that's kind of what I want to do. But you may be asking yourself right now, well, wait a minute, didn't you do a episode 83 earlier, a couple days ago? Yes, I did. But what happened is while I was taping, uh, I went offline, and as a result, I deleted it, and that's why I'm making this episode today. It's kind of a remake episode, um, and I'm wanting to do some History Maker Baseball uh, pre-game setup practice. I understand the mechanics because I have History Maker Golf, and I love History Maker Golf. And let me see, it's not the red, but it's fairly easy to understand that Don Zimmer's second base. He's a utility player, semi-utility player, and the reason why you say semi, anything that has a dot is semi. So he's semi-utility, semi-home run king, semi-eager. He's a whiffer. He's a semi-prospect, and he has no fielding rating or running rating. So and that's exactly what golf is. And it's also easy to understand that if I roll a dice and it's blank, that means if it's semi, it doesn't come in to affect that particular at bat. But if it's a dot, it does come into effect. And if say utility and eager or utility and home run king were characteristics that came up and it has a dot, it's a yes for both for that at bat. And that's the thing. If you roll the dot in an at bat, it could be just for one trait or it could be for multiple traits. It doesn't matter if it's one or three or four. It's yes for all of them, basically. Yeah. Second, I'll be back. I got it. Yep. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. We had a little invasion by Mickey Mouse, and I had to take care of that. So, yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to take you down to my dice tray or box tray. And I wanted to show you, these are my first two games. It's the 55 Dodgers versus the 75 Reds, and 71 Orioles versus the 71 Reds. Now, I will tell you, I did roll some, I did try rolling some pregame stuff offline. And I'll tell you the results that I got. First off, even though it was game one, the Dodgers and the Reds both were in stormy mood, or a sad, bad mood type thing. The Dodgers didn't have any effects. The Reds had a manager. What is it? Yeah, they had an issue. The manager had an issue, and what it was a player was lost until further notice. And when I rolled, that player was the third batter in their lineup, and that was Tony Preyz. And if you remember, if you look at some of the other videos out there, you'll find out that you're allowed two until further notices, and the third one erases the first one. And I don't know about you, but losing one of your big dogs at the beginning of the on the first day of the season isn't a good way to start, because that could literally be, if you were playing say 160 games or 54 games, that could be the entire year. And the other thing that happened is when I rolled for rain. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it was actually it was a rain out, but because I got a 1 on the dice, and if you look at rain effects, the first thing it says 1 and then XX is called, but that's not really, what it means is that's when you roll for like whatever inning you're supposed. And I didn't think of it, but 1, if you get a 1 and then a 12, 11, 12, or 13, that means rain. And I got a 13, and well, that's 2, but I got a 13. I think it was 135 that I got, and that third dice is your inning. That's when you check for your inning, and you check for it at the beginning of the inning, and also any time that there is a blank in the pitcher's column, and that's, at least that's what I've read. But I wanted to basically do some History Maker baseball pregame setup, and that's pretty much why I'm why I'm here tonight, is to remake that broadcast. So let's go down, and we'll start with on Club Moods, and I'll do this twice to show you what I'm talking about. Since the Dodgers are up first, we'll look at them first. Okay. All right. We have 1, 2, 2. And first of all, I'm sorry, I did this wrong. First of all, are the Dodgers sunny? And that's a no. So they'll be rolling on the stormy side. Second of all, are the 75 Reds sunny? Yes, they are sunny. Okay. Now we look at the Clubhouse Mood. We just roll 1 dice here, and we'll use the blue one since it's sad. And this would be under a 6 is under game day injuries, and that's this chart here. We would look under this column here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are front office, media, team trainer, batting coach, pitching coach, and 6 is game day injuries. And we'll go back and we'll roll the dice to see who it is. Okay. First off, we'll roll all 3, and which player is hurt? We read the lowest one first, and that's the starting pitcher. And it says, Wow, it has an asterisk on this one. It says also catcher must sit out this game as well. And let's see. Then let's see. After which player's hurt, we find out the starting pitcher. Pitcher's out for how long? 3 says misses this game and next start. And that's it. So he misses this game and then his next start as well. So, and for the Reds, we roll on the. Let's roll for the Reds. We get 2, 3, 3. Pitching coach. Major Perk with starter. Which starter? Says last game starter, but because this would be the opening day, there is no last game, so it would be today's starter. And that's a Major Perk. And in this instance, the starting pitcher would be hot until further notice. Our next roll would be for game day weather effects. Okay. In this, one, we have wind. No bullet, so it is wind is blowing out. It says reduce ballpark size by 1 increment. Normal becomes small. And the other thing it says is on all outfield drama results, main charge, if lead die is black, reduce fielding rating by 1 increment. Normal becomes iron. So that would be our first game. So we have the wind blowing out, and if the park was normal, it would be small, and on outfield dramas, if the lead die is black, reduce field rating by 1 increment. So instead of reduce fielding rating by 1 increment. Normal becomes iron. So that's pretty much what this game would entail. Okay. And no, that's not going to be my what I'm going to use for the game today. I'll do a pregame. What I'll do is when I actually do my first game, I'll do pregame stuff first, take a 5-minute break, and then do the game. And we'll do a first run through for the Reds and the Orioles. We're pretending like it's in Cincinnati. It would be in Cincinnati. So let's go back down to the field and roll. Okay. Our first question is Baltimore sunny today? Yes, they are sunny. They are rolling on the sunny charge. Are the Reds sunny today? No, the Reds are not. Okay. Let us roll on the sunny chart for Baltimore. Okay. We are looking at the batting coach email. Okay. Minor perk with starter. Which starter? It says second baseman or center fielder. And what minor perk? And on this one, this person would be hot this game. And usually you denote hot and cold. So basically you would have denoted the hot player for the game by doing this roll. And let us go to the Reds, who are stormy. All right. We got a 4-4-5 and a yes. So this would be batting coach. Major issue with reserve. Which reserve would be the reserve infielder. And what major issue? He would be a sad sack till further notice. And then we would roll for weather effects. Let's see what we get with weather effects. 4-6-6. We are central. There would be no weather complications on this particular roll. And then I would roll for my hot and cold batters. And I just go from basically the first person in my list all the way down to the pitcher. And whichever one gets the bullet for hot first. The first roll would be for hot. The second one would be for cold. And of course, if, say, Joe Morgan was a hot player, when I rolled for cold player, I wouldn't roll for him. I'd roll the next batter down, and so on type thing. I just wanted to get try to get these pregame settings kind of understand them and get them going type thing. I'm going to just retry this for both teams again. So we'll go back down to the field. Okay. We are at Cincinnati. Our first roll is to see is Brooklyn sunny. Yes, they are sunny. Are the Reds sunny? No, they are not. Okay. Let us go to the sunny charts and roll for the Dodgers. Okay, 2-2-5. Pitching coach. Major perk with starter. Which starter is today's starter? And he is fresh until further notice. So normally, normally what happens with a pitcher is they're first fresh for the first three, they're semi-fresh for the third three, and from basically first to third, they're fresh, and then from the fourth inning to the sixth inning, they're semi-fresh, and then the seventh inning till the end of the game, they're not fresh. But this just made the Dodgers starter fresh until further notice. So if he's a very good pitcher, he could wind up going the distance and not have any ramifications. But remember, if he gets three batters, he's semi-struggler. He gets four people to get on base type thing, he's a struggling. So yeah, those factors will come into it and change the fresh type rating. And that was the Dodgers. Let's go down and we will check the Reds for this game. Right? And they are on the stormy side of things. 3-2. So we're looking at the media, and it says major issue with player. Okay, which player would be the starting infielder? Which infielder would be the catcher? And then we'd have to roll for the major issue. And this would be 5. What would be the major issue? They are cold. They would be cold until further notice. And remember, you have to have 3 till further notice things until it's wiped away and goes back to normal statuses and stuff like that. So yeah, that would really hurt. And then let's see what the game day weather would be like for the second roll. Okay. 226. Okay. That would be wind. That would be, it's blowing out because we got the bullet, and that's the reduce the from normal to small. And then the idea on all outfield drama results, lead die, the infielder's rating is decreased by 1 increment. So that's kind of what we rolled the last time. All right, now let's go back and we're going to do the Reds and the Orioles and the Reds for a second time. Just check it out. Are the Orioles sunny? No. Are the Reds sunny? Yes. Okay, let's go for the Orioles. They are not sunny. So we'll look under the stormy chart. All right. Oh, that's a nice one. All 4s. This would be batting coach. Major issue with reserve. And this would be an infielder, and they would be a sad sack until further notice. And with the Reds, we're looking on the Sunny chart. Remember, we're always, and I believe that was a 4, we're always looking from low to high. On this would be a batting coach. It would be a major perk with the reserve. Which reserve would be the catcher? And then what major perk? We'd have to roll another dice for the perk. In this instance, it's a 1. And they would have good eye until further notice. And this is the only thing I'm really struggling with is the pregame setup. So far, of course, I haven't played a game, but it's pretty, like I said, it's pretty much, it's easy to look at a card, and Don Zimmer, semi-utility, semi-home run king, and if it's a dot, it's yes. If it's a no dot, it's a no. And the first column is the pitcher, the second column is the batter, and the third column is the fielder. And if it's not column 1 or column 2, it's going to be column 3, unless it leads you to a chart of some sort. But that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to get some pregame practice in, and hopefully sometime this weekend I'll actually play a game. But remember, guys, all my heart goes out to Rob. Just heard that he has COVID. Our prayers are with you, Rob. Get well soon. We in this community miss you and we love you. We know you like the football picks for the week and stuff like that, and you're into the red, white, and blue racing and baseball of all kinds, and just about any game out there. Rob's played it at least once, and I mean, he's one of those people that you can watch again and again, and he's one of those people that when you're learning a new game, you want to watch his videos. Also, Chris Stratt is one of those people, and C&D TV, Cards and Dice TV. That's another channel that if you're looking for new games to play, check those two or three guys out. Usually they have tutorials, or they're playing games where they're going at a pace where you can watch and see what's going on. Sorry, there was probably a little pause in there. We had a Mickey Mouse show up at our door today. But I'm hoping to play this soon. I do want to say that every once in a while you should take a look at, if you're into Play.com's games, check their freebie section, because I found, and Chris Stratt has talked about how he would like to see women's baseball type thing. Well, I found 2 seasons of women's teams, and that's 1944 and 1953. And I plan on printing out those PDFs And as soon as I can, in honor of Chris Stratt, I will have a women's baseball game. And what I'm thinking of is the 53 women a 53 women's baseball team versus these same Brooklyn Dodgers. We're going to see if a women's team can beat a Major League Baseball team. I no clue, but it'll be something that's one of my upcoming project type things. You guys have a good night. I hope all your roles are good ones. Get well soon, Rob. And I'll be sending out your Bolarama hopefully Saturday. And just in time for Christmas, something to help you overcome COVID type thing. And our prayers are out to you, Rob. Have a good night.